Kelly. Good morning to you, Kelly. How are you?
Good morning, Tim. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. And Jackie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, Jackie. Have the two of you recuperated from the Expedite Expo?
We have. Have you?
Oh, yeah, I have too. It took me a couple of minutes from, all that singing that you made me do, and had to get my voice back together and rest up a little bit. But yeah, we had a great time, and certainly it was good having you on live, and it was good to meet you as well.
Yes, it was great meeting you too.
Well, you have, and all of your surveys are just outstanding, and it really sparks interest and gets you to thinking. And this one is no different. So we're going to go over some of the results of this survey, and two of the things we want to get deep into are why someone chooses to become a professional driver, and also the use of smartphones. So, Kelly, what did you find that was, as far as the result of the survey, in terms of why? And I've had a couple of shows on this, over the years, and the answers kind of run the gamut, but then it still has one thing that's really in common. It's like something that as a core denominator as to why people choose to become a professional driver. So, what did you find in the responses?
Yeah, so the first question, we asked the truckers was what made them want to become a truck driver, and about 49% said they wanted a new opportunity. And this was a great number to see, especially given the driver's shortage. So it was nice to see that drivers are still wanting to become truck drivers, because they do want a new opportunity, and there are many benefits of becoming a truck driver. But another one that came in that had about 31% was in my family blood. And I know, Tim, this is something you can talk a little bit to as well, because I remember when we met with you, you talked about the excitement you used to feel seeing your dad get ready to go to work as a trucker, and it was in your family blood, and that's kind of how you became a truck driver.
Right, that's absolutely true, and truck drivers that that came up in a trucking family, they call it a family affair, because they can relate. Each driver can relate to this who had this similar experience that I did. Watching your dad or watching your mom or whoever it was get ready to leave the house, and as they got dressed and put on, and back then, there were uniforms that they wore, and they can picture that and talk about it with excitement as if it were just yesterday. And as they would see them go out the door, and they would have the driver would have the briefcase in one hand and maybe an atlas in the other hand, and always had his coffee mug as well. And as he went off to the truck, and you would watch him climb into the truck, and as the truck took off, and looking at the diesel smoke. So that right there as a kid experiencing those sights like that really puts that into you. It kind of gets into your blood right then, and later on you want to follow in that footstep.
Exactly. It's nice to see that's still resident and present today in today's with today's truck drivers and younger generation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the I'm a true road warrior, that was around 21% right there.
Yeah, which is great to see too, because there's so many great benefits of being on the road constantly. You get to see new sceneries, you're your own boss, so that was a great high number to see as well.
Yeah, and it definitely falls in line with the next question. What's your favorite part of being a truck driver? And really, and at 43%, it was freedom of the open road.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have a cool story. We were at the expo. We were speaking to a driver, and he had a desk job doing the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and he was getting bored. And he heard about the opportunities that are involved with being a professional driver, exactly what Kelly said, being able to go out and experience great scenery and experience new life events. And he became a driver, and he absolutely loved it because he's able to travel throughout the United States and see parts of the country that he normally wouldn't have the opportunity to see working the 9 to 5 desk job.
Yeah, and Jackie, it's like an office with a view, and your view constantly changes.
That's very true.
It really does. And, it's really about falling in love with your surroundings. So important. And, Kelly and I are on the road a lot, but we also have, desks and and we hang up pictures, and we have, our favorite scenery shots around just to keep us motivating. And, the beauty of being a driver is that they're able to see that, every day, and being able to see new scenery. And, we run Truck and Get Social, and a big piece we ask our drivers to send in is their favorite sunset that they've seen or their favorite sunrise in the morning. And, Tim, I tell you, the shots that we get in are just gorgeous.
Looks like a giant postcard, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
And Jackie, as far as the best favorite part of being a trucker, in addition to freedom of the road or freedom on the road, pride in keeping America moving came in pretty good as well.
Yeah, and we were really excited to see that come in a close second. I mean, American runs on trucking, and I know we've talked about this many times, but it's exciting to see that drivers are getting satisfaction from their achievements of delivering products in our country. And Kelly, you had a good quote on the percentage of goods and services that are delivered.
Yeah, about 80% of products are delivered by a truck. So when we were speaking with this driver at the show, he was talking about how he really felt that he was contributing to America and realized how important his job was because so much was dependent upon his delivering and his job. And another thing that he touched upon too, Tim, and I know you had talked about this as well, was that camaraderie that he felt among truck drivers. And I know that's something that you have been really wanting to bring back into light and into the trucking industry, that brotherhood that was there. And, it is still there because that's one of the things that this trucker talked about was that brotherhood that he felt amongst truck drivers.
Absolutely. It is, being a part of a unique group, group of folks out there. And you have that common core, you're out there, you're driving this huge piece of machinery. You have to have special license to do so. And again, back to the pride of moving America, you are helping people all at the same time.
Exactly.
We're going to pull over and take us a quick break. It's 45 past the hour. Kelly and Jackie are with us with KJ Media, and their website is truckinggetsocial.com. And we'll talk more about that in just a little bit, where you can go and weigh in and on the survey, rather. And our number is 615-292-6366 if you have a question or want to make a comment on some of these results. 615-292-6366 is how you can get in touch with Kelly and Jackie right here on the Tim Ridley Show. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to us on Highway 146, Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's in Indiana. Trucking media is on his mind. Crumb Snatcher, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
We're great. How are you?
We're doing great. I've got a problem with the media. I wish there was some kind of way that we can do more for the media and trucking industry. We always seem as though the media always have a negative thing about truckers. I mean, it seems like it's just always negative. Nothing is positive. And I was listening to you when you said that 80% of everything in this country and other countries, we help everybody all over the world, but we get no credit, seem like none. If it's anything that comes up about a trucker, most of the time during the public and the media, it's always going to be the negative side. And we got people in this world that are out are proud to have their husbands and wives as truckers, but you never even hear their voices. When our wives and our families talk about it, it's a negative vibe. People look at you like, okay, your husband is a trucker, and I mean your wife is. I mean it's a bad thing. Is there and even on television, you got all kind of crazy shows on TV, idiot shows, game shows, food shows, but you very seldom hear anything about a trucking show that's on TV. Very seldom, and it's very, very few of them. Very few.
And you know what?
It's as if we don't even exist. We get no credit for anything.
Exactly. I hear where you're coming from, and that's, one of Jackie's goals is to really educate the public about how important you guys are and how hard your jobs are. and how much you guys do for us on a daily basis. And one of the goals of Trucking Gets Social is to illustrate that. So, that's our goal. So if you want to go there and sign up, we'd love to hear your story. It's a community for truck drivers, just like yourselves, and we're trying to show how great you guys are on a daily basis to everybody.
Yes, I definitely would like that. I've heard people, Jackie, I've heard people talk, in a restaurant, I've heard them talk to, they don't know you're a trucker, but they talk so bad about it, and I'm just sitting there thinking, if people don't even know, you wouldn't even have anything in this country to work for a trucker.
Well, Crump Snatcher, that's what Jackie and Kelly and I were talking about during the truck show. I believe we were at lunch. Was it, Jackie?
Yes.
Yeah, and about how important you guys are and how a lot of people are oblivious, to the importance of truck drivers and how, sometimes a person will think, well, he's just out there to be in my way or out there to run over me or something like that. But, if they're educated, and this is what Kelly and Jackie are doing, is trying to educate. And of course, they want to hear from you. And you brought up some very good points there, Crumb Snatcher. So I'll give out that website again, and you go on there and you weigh in on it, all right?
All right, man, I sure will. You guys have a wonderful day, okay?
Okay, we appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, we and Jackie and Kelly, we're going to get this thing turned all the way around if if it takes us the rest of our life, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. We
All
are.
right.
We've got a mission.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're dedicated to that mission. And we were just talking about the smartphone use and getting your loads and dispatch and things like that, but this goes even into another level, Jackie, as far as the smartphone use, using that phone to apply for jobs. Things have changed a little bit as far as with technology and job employment, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, and it's amazing. So, with technology today, a lot of most job boards are mobile friendly. And so, you're able to log in, store your information, and you're able to apply to, multiple jobs or take a look at a company's website and see if you like their, what they have to offer, go to their Facebook page and see what type of, bond that they have within their current employees to see if that's something that you want to be a part of, you want to be a part of their team, essentially. So the use of smartphones has made it so accessible for drivers to apply for jobs online, and carriers are really adopting to where drivers are applying for jobs now.
Yeah, and just to add to that a little bit, that's why it's so important for carriers to make sure that their websites are mobile friendly, as well as, to have a good social media campaign running so that drivers are able to apply directly to their company and learn about the company from a social media campaign as well.
And it really amazes me, although I know we're in this era now, but it still amazes me because I think back to when I first got into recruiting and how things have changed. This was in 2003, how they've changed over the last, 12 years. Actually, prior to that, because when I first got into recruiting, guess what? I was still mailing out applications. Drivers were called. They would call the office and ask me if I could mail an application to them. And I remember just, licking so many envelopes. I still can taste that glue, And how now you just do it over your smartphone or your mobile device.
Yeah, and you can sign online or on your mobile device. Just take your finger and you can sign right on the screen to authorize the carrier to run your information. So it's pretty remarkable where technology is today, and it's definitely streamlined the recruiting process.
Absolutely. Made it a lot easier to get that application in and get on your way to a new job, a new career with a new company. Well, Jackie, Kelly, always a pleasure. And that website is truckinggetsocial.com. They want to hear from you, truckinggetsocial.com. And any last remarks from either of you before we sign off this morning?
Nope, we're going to be running another survey, and this time it's going to be on safety and learning a little bit more from what companies do from an internal perspective with drivers for a safety initiative. So that's going to be the next survey, so make sure everyone goes to Trucking Gets Social and look for that survey.
All right, great. Always a pleasure, as I just mentioned, and certainly looking forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks from now.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tim.
All right. You too have a great weekend. Okay, it's about the end of our road here, and certainly